All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas.
All right, race fans, welcome to Michigan International.
All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas.
Let's try this again. All right, race fans, welcome to Michigan International.
All right, race fans.
Wow. What do we got going on here?
Welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas.
Let's try. Wow, there we go. I think we got it fixed. Hey, man, it's just a one-man operation. What the hell? Well, welcome tonight, baby. This is Michigan, as I told you 3 freaking times. It's the High Octane Racing League. It's the Buschwackers Series, and it's the final race of the season. It might be my final broadcast ever, baby. It's a 90-lap race, and it's a 2-man championship. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory? Well, there's only one way to find out, baby, and that's watch it 3 times right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, we got to get this party started somehow, man. We might as well try to do it right from now on. It's Michigan tonight. It's race number 10. It's the final race of the season, and it's a big one as far as the championship. Let's get this party started. Man, sorry about that. Wow, I had another window open with the live broadcast going. That's why that was happening. Oh, my gosh. That is crazy. Hey, even the professionals mess up once in a while. Come on. I think we're all right now. Well, thanks for coming in here. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, and the guy that makes all the mistakes. And we're at Michigan tonight for the final race of the season, and it is a 2-man race as far as the championship goes. And it could come down to the final lap, too. All kinds of messing up going on here today, man. Woo! But I think I got it figured out now. Sorry about that. Blasting me out there. I was actually trying to help somebody right before I went live, and I'm running a little bit late here, but looks like we've got about 4 minutes left in the practice session. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. How about your WordPress hosting or online store? You want to host a VPS hosting or shared web hosting? Those are also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. And again, thanks for coming in. I apologize for the air there a little bit when we started. Hopefully you'll forgive me. Well, as I mentioned, it's a 2-man championship tonight, a 2-driver championship, 2 ways to go about this one, and it's either going to be Claudio Bardelli Jr. or Arthur Vieta. They set 1 and 2. Franco Alvarez, Dennis Judichin, 3 and 4. Gordon Carter sits 5th. Givaldo Spindola tied with him for 5th. Dana Grover and Julio Calagari sit 7th in points. Sean Jacobs 8th, 9th, and Jomar Peixoto is 10th. See on that second page there, Jelson Neto. John Stanley on vacation. Jesus Iglesias joining us again here after a little bit of time off. Todd Robillard, Ben Silva rounding out the first half of that second page. They're top 15. Steve Pierce, Dan Richter, Chris Hughes, Stanislav Pavlov, and Ed Palumbo rounding out the top 20. Take a look at page number 3. These guys part-time racers. Guys came out, never came back. Like those guys right there. So it could come down to the last lap tonight between Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Arthur Vieira. High Octane Racing New Tough Trucks will be back in action on Tuesday, August the 6th. Man, we're in August already. What are we doing here, people? Well, Richmond's going to be a lot of fun, 130-lap race, and it's race number 5 of the season. Hey, I finished second last week, baby. Woohoo! Get out there and beat up on the broadcaster. Another beat up on the broadcaster tonight. We at Michigan coming up tomorrow. Race number 9 of the season. 90-lap race in a Cup Series, the Saturday Night Thunder. Let's take a look at the track here at Michigan, located in Brooklyn, Michigan. 2 miles, 3.2 kilometers in length, and 18 degrees of banking. A lot of room to race here, man. Start-finish line or down that front stretch, you get 12 degrees of banking, and on the back stretch, 5 degrees of banking. This thing really races like a super speedway. Definitely, I think it's a little closer to a super speedway than what it is one of those mile-and-a-halfers. So 2 miles, high speed, a lot of room to race here, and you better be on point because things can go awry in a hurry. But that is Michigan. Hopefully we got over all the mess up there. It's like the practice session is over, and we are headed over to the qualification session. These guys headed to quals. Qualification position, I don't think is a huge issue here. I mean, you certainly don't want to get caught up in a big accident, and when accidents happen here, they seem to be big ones. You may want to be up in that top 10. I don't think it's imperative that you get the pole position. These guys are going to be the first one out to qualify. Final race of the season too here in Michigan, and next week we'll start a brand new season, and I think they chose North Wilkesboro to start it off, so we'll be at a short track to start season number 4. Might as well take a look at Arthur Vieira. Don't forget to help me out by clicking on the SimLab web link in the description of this race. If you would like to purchase something through them, if you're interested in a sim rig or a racing wheel or a display, pedals, they got it all there. They really got a lot of good selection of stuff at SimLab. I got a SimLab race rig myself. It's a GT1 Evo. And I really love it, man. Moved from the old computer chair and made the big move to a simulator. And I absolutely love it. Take a look at Artur Vieira. He's one of those two drivers vying for a championship. Could be a big night here for him. You see how wide this track is. There's a lot of room to race. I think guys are really going to get the speed being up near the wall like what you see with Artur right now. 39.864 is Artur's first time. Jesus Iglesias sitting at the top of the grid right now. We'll take a look at his second lap. 39.358 for Jesus. 22. Brand new pace scheme there for him. $39.320, lightning fast, just 9/1000ths of a second ahead of Gordon Carter. Will that time stick? Dalton Williamson, a brand new driver there for us. Looks like he's just finished up his quals. Everybody was told to go out, get it done early here, but Claudio didn't get the message. So Vieira now to the top of the grid, 39.289. Jacobs now in second, Iglesias third, Palumbo fourth, Gordon Carter is fifth. All those times really, really tight. Valdo climbing up to P4. Looking like he's fast here at Michigan. 39.291. Bardelli Jr. Look at that, 2/1000th of a second. My gosh. He's got another lap in him, I believe. Holy smokes. Look at that battle right there. Vieira and Bardelli. Bardelli 2/1000ths back. And he improved that. He's a little bit off the pace there in sector number 1. 4/100ths off, but he's fast in sector number 2, 9/1000th. Can he make up enough time here in sector number 3? Down on the apron. 39.382. 2/1000ths there for him. Take a look at Ben Silva here in the 5 car, the Camaro. JB Rancing. That's some sort of an inside joke there. 39.315 for Ben Silva up to P4. A good run there for him. Dana Grover in the 89. 39.277. Whoa! Knocking Vieira off the pole. So Dana Grover with the 39.277. I just pulled that bad boy off the track and go celebrate. 89 cars starting in P1 here tonight. Wow. Good run there for him. So a good run there for Dana Grover on stealing the pole position. Congratulations to him, and we'll give you the official results here in just a few moments. Well, let's get this party started. All right. Thank you for being patient here tonight, man. A few little hiccups here. Had to let the dog out. He's out there leaving me a present in the backyard. Looks like we are done with the qualifications. We'll give you the results here. But thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. I am your host, Heath Johnson. And don't forget that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I love having those new subscribers. And smash the bell. You'll get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. So I appreciate everybody who comes out and watches the races, regardless of all the mistakes I make during the broadcast. I really appreciate you being here and watching the races. Lively chat session here tonight as well. Trax VR in here. Claudio Bardelli Jr., Givaldo. Folks getting us kicked off there in the chat session. So thanks for the support. And keep them coming. Let's take a look at the qualification results. Dana Grover in the 89 will start in P1 in that Toyota. Trax VR sponsored machine. Archer Vieta starts in the second position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. Those two battling for the championship will start inside row 2. Sean Jacobs starts in the 4th position. Benner Silva will start 5th. Ed Palumbo starts in the 6th position. Starting in 7th is Givaldo Spindle in the 68. Stanislav Pavlov will start in the 8th position. Jesus Iglesias starts 9th. Dennis Yudichin will start in the 10th position. Starting in the 11th position is Gordon Carter in the 56th. Craig Marizan starts in 12th. Dalton Williamson, welcome to Dalton in the 1X. He starts in 13th. Gilmar Peixoto starts 14th. Steve Pierce starts in the 15th position. And Tony Furtado starts in P16. Take a look at my keys to the race here tonight, man. Save fuel. How many times have we seen this race come down to fuel mileage? A lot. So save that fuel. And it's hard to do, man. You want to get in there and mix it up. It's really, really hard to save fuel, I'll tell you that. Own the corners here tonight. And really what this means is really finding a line and also managing those tires. Make good pit stops here, especially when you got pit stops. You know, it's obviously significant for good pit stops when you're under caution, but even more significant under green flag conditions. It's not out of the realm of possibilities that we have a lot of green flag pit stops here tonight. So those are my keys to the race here at Michigan. Man, who am I going to pick to win this race tonight? A lot of guys can win here. I'll tell you what, home track for this guy. I'm picking Craig Marizan tonight. That's who I picked to win this race. And I'll be back in just a second. I got to let the dog back in. All right, looks like we got about 5 minutes left to end the warm-up session.
TurnLeftTV. TurnLeftTV. TurnLeftTV.
Don't forget to join us over at highoctaneracing.net. You'll get updates of point standings. You'll get the schedules, who's winning what, of course. Quick link to TurnLeftTV. And a good way to get a hold of us there through our link on our Discord. That's where we do most of our business.
Are you ready for some high-speed action? Step on the gas! Alright! Race fans! My heavens! My heavens! Buschwackers! Saturday night! Thunder! Tough trucks! Nascar! IndyCar! GT3! Octane! Racing League! High Octane! Racing League! High Octane! Racing League! High Octane Racing League! High Octane Racing League!
Couple minutes left. Get your picks in. Yeah, I got the custom Buschwackers song. That is courtesy of one of our great drivers here, Dan Richter. Not here tonight, it doesn't look like, but one of our great Indiana drivers. Surprised me with a song, so that's really pretty cool. Much appreciated there. Love to have that type of stuff, man. This makes it even more unique. Like I said, here's my pick to win this race tonight. That's Craig Marazon as the take a look at him here in the 60. One of our Michigan drivers. Really loves this track. Arguably his favorite track. Good reason. A lot of fun here, really. I mean, you got a lot of room to race. It's not a super technical track, but a lot of room to race here tonight. Under a minute left to go. All right, boys and girls, it's time. Time to get this party started. The final race of the season, and it is Michigan. What a great track to end the season on, huh? So a 90-lap race, race number 10, the final race of the season, and we got a 2-horse race for the championship.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, it's a 90-lap race here today at Michigan. The final race of season number 3. Season number 3. And let's take a look at the starting order. Dana Grover will start in P1 in the 89. Arthur Vieta starts in the 2nd position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starts in 3rd. Sean Jacobs in the 24 will start in P4. Starting in the 5th position are Ben Silva in the 5. Ed Palumbo in the 54 starts in 6th. Givaldo Spindle in the 7th position in a 68 car. Stanislav Pavlov in a 62 starts in P8. Starting in the 9th position is Jesus Iglesias in the 22. Dennis Schuderchin will start 10th in the 47. Gordon Carter in the 11th position in the 56 car. Craig Marizon, Michigan native, starts in 12th. Dalton Williamson in his first race out starts in the 13th position. Gilmar Peixoto in the 71 starts in 14th. Steve Pierce in the 51 will start 15th. And Tony Furtado starts in the 16th position. Don't forget my keys to the race here tonight. Save fuel. When it comes down to the nitty-gritty, you're going to be saving fuel. Maybe I don't have to do that right away, but man, on those last 2 pit stops, you better be saving some fuel here. Own the corners, find your line, manage those tires, and make good pit stops here at Michigan. And I think we're going to have a good race here tonight. At least I hope we have a good race. Dana Grover will lead the field to take the green flag.
Green flag, go, go, go!
And we're off here at Michigan, the final race of the season. Dana Grover down on the inside with Claudio Bardelli Jr. just behind him. Arthur Vieta using that outside line. He has got to run on the outside. Dana Grover battling back on the inside. Side-by-side racing. What you're going to see here at Michigan. The 24, Sean Jacobs up on the outside line as well. He's running in the 4th position. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starting to push here, and you see that Toyota, that 89, Dana Grover, muscling ahead here at Michigan. Bardelli Jr. now closing back in. Take a look at Gilmar Peixoto here in the 871 car running in the 9th position. Fanned out there 3 wide just ahead. And I see Dennis Schuderchin on the outside running in P10. He in the 62 car had some shenanigans last week. Hopefully he got that worked out. Stanislav Pavlov in a 62. And we got a battle up front here. Big check up there in the middle of the pack. Arthur Vieta now dropping back to the 4th position as Ben Silva weaving his way through. 22, Jesus Iglesias. He's been pretty fast here tonight. camera angles at this track are a little sloppy, in my opinion. We'll get some of the action here. We take a look at Jesus Iglesias just in front of Sean Jacobs at this 22. Brand new paint scheme here for him. And he's been fast. He's running in P5. Take a look at Ed Palumbo in the 54 on this outside line. Ed Palumbo right now running in the 8th position behind Sean Jacobs. On board here with Ed Palumbo in the yellow sponsor machine. Sean Jacobs just ahead in that Vulcan sponsor number 24 Camaro. Using that outside line. We have Tony Furtado here in the 9 car. Man, Jomar Peixoto getting wiggly right there. Tony Furtado had to take some evasive action, as it looked like Peixoto got a little loose. Peixoto just ahead, and he might be, tires might be used up a little bit. Looks like he's got it gathered back up. Tony Furtado tried to cut in here and find some room. Wow, that got a little dicey. Dana Grover, our leader here in the 89. The 19, Claudio Bardelli Jr. in second. Got a good race for the 3rd position. And that is Arthur Vieira and Benar Silva. Silva now tucks in as Iglesias moving into the picture. Like we got 4 drivers here, South American drivers, and we've got a Canadian driver leading the show right now. A lot of passing going on here because we have a lot of side-by-side racing. Take a look at here. Dalton Williamson on the outside of Tony Furtado. On board here with Dalton Williamson right now. He's behind the 47 of Dennis Judich and Craig Marizon in the 60. That Magpul Dynamic sponsor machine on the inside. And he's got a good run. Tony Furtado here in the 9 Valvoline sponsor machine. Word that he might have had a little bit of trouble here. Oh, man! Yellow. We got a yellow flag as we were watching the replay. Oh, he drifted up into the 47 right there. We got a yellow flag. Good catch there, but we are off the pace here now. We have a yellow flag. It looks like maybe Peixoto has come around. Peixoto off the pace, and I don't know if he's got any firing in that engine right there. So it looks like we do have our first accident here. And Archer Vieira will take drop behind the pace car. Bardelli Jr. off the pace as well. Here, let's take a look and see what happened. Bardelli Jr. up into the outside, came across the nose of the 22. And then, oh man, it looked like maybe, Looked like Pavlov got caught up in that as well. The night, we only have one camera angle here, but the 22 and the 19 get together. And Pavlov had nowhere to go. He's sliding across the track. Pavlov into the inside. He got caught up in that as well. And then also Peixoto, really hard hit there for him. devastating hit here for Peixoto. Now he's up in the wall, so this is a separate incident, I think. That looked like a separate. Oh man, that was a separate incident. That was a hard lick there for Peixoto. And then, like I said, those guys getting together and some guys checking up. Maybe that was just a little bit of a checkup there. Looked like those guys kind of arguing for the same real estate. Got a terrible camera angles here, I tell you. Love had nowhere to go on this, man. He just got taken out here. And then into the inside. These guys doing a good job of missing that. So under our first caution flag here, 10 laps in. Preston Hassel joining us in the chat session. Good to see him. And I would imagine we'll probably see some pit stops here. That's exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing a bunch of guys coming down pit lane. Bunch of guys coming down pit lane. You can see Jomar on pit lane taking some service, getting that hood replaced. I don't know whether he's out. Looks like he's actually out of the race. So tough break there for Jomar. That was a really hard look for Jomar. This will be an interesting look here. I like this camera angle. This is one of the few camera angles I actually like at this track. We'll see how this works out as these guys race off pit lane. Vieira. Good stop there for Vieira. And Silva coming out. Grover now going to come out in third. I think Uderchin is going to come down pit lane. So when it all shakes out, I believe Grover will probably be in P3. And our race leader will be Artur Vieira. Now, Dennis Uderchin leading the lap here in the 47. Generally how that works. You always have somebody stay out, get some bonus points for leading the lap. Don't forget the Saturday Night Thunder will be right here tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 90-lap race in the Cup cars. The Saturday Night Thunder. This series has been going on for 23 years, since 2001. And I remember racing in 2001. That's when I first joined High Octane Racing League. We were doing pickup races and then started this series, the Saturday Night Thunder. So race number 9 of the season. A very storied series, the Cup Series at Michigan tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 90-lap race. Looks like Dalton Williamson has elected to come down pit lane here in the 1X machine, in his brand new to us here at High Octane Racing League. So we appreciate him coming out and joining in. Got him all set up. High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be back in action on Tuesday. They'll be at Richmond for a little short track action. Great 3/4 miler. And it's race number 5 of season 3. 130-lap race from Richmond. That starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Last week, the broadcaster finished second at Phoenix. How about that? I started last and finished second. I could drive a car and a truck and a Jeep. So I'm thinking that Yudichin will come down pit lane this time by, I believe. So he's got his lap led, and he will relinquish the lead. And Arthur Vieira will be our leader. See, what do we going to stay here? Camera angles, man. I think there might be another version of Michigan out there, so I'll have to take a look at that, see if the camera angles are better, if I'm correct. Looks like Benner Silva will start on the outside line. Dana Grover will start in P3 in the 89. Craig Marazon in the 60 starts in P4. That's my pick to win this race. So he's in that 60 car, in that Magpul Dynamics machine, up on that outside line. I think we're going to go green this time by. On board here with Dana Grover. He's going to start in P3 behind Arthur Vieira. So here we go. Get ready to go back green. Pace car's off. Start lap 14 when to cross the line. A little bit of a shove there from the 89. Drop him through the track. God. I love this game, man. A dog bumped into me. A lot of mistakes here by the broadcaster, man. It might be time to retire. So the 4 out to the lead. The 89 tucks in the second position. Benner Silva is in third. Marazon running in the fourth position. A little 4-car breakaway. We got some battling here between Ed Palumbo and Gordon Carter. Also, Tony Furtado in this mix. Ed Palumbo in the 54 starting to close in on that front group. Mellow Yellow sponsor machine, and Tony Furtado tucks in. A lot of side-by-side racing here at Michigan. A lot of room to race. You just got to make sure you maintain your line and be cognizant of those guys that are up on the high side or down on the low side. As we're starting to see a battle here as Marazon breaks out. He's down on the inside line trying to make a run, and he needs a little bit of help here. Those guys are going to go back by. Marazon still pushing the issue here on the inside. This is his track, man. Home track. And he is battling Dana Grover. Take a look at Sean Jacobs here in the 24. Stanislav Pavlov up on the outside line. And also Gordon Carter in the 56 just ahead up on the outside. And looks like an outside line might be the place to be. Sean Jacobs going to need a little help on the inside to make some passes. Craig Marazon now back down to the inside, trying his luck on this inside. He's got Benner Silva on the outside now. Dana Grover on the outside. Good side-by-side here. Oh, man, getting tight there coming off the turn. Going to need some more help with those guys on that inside. I mean, got to have to get some guys down on the inside to help you out. Marizon and Palumbo. You see Marizon starting to back up a little bit. On board here with Benner Silva. In the back of that Trax VR sponsor machine. Oh, we got a flag. Another yellow flag. And we know this track sometimes can cater to that or create that scenario. And we got, looks like Iglesias is off the pace. Jesus Iglesias catching back up to the field at 22. Well, Arthur Vieta will take the caution flag. Let's take a look and see what happened here to Jesus. 3 wide, it looks like here. So they are 3 wide, and man, it's so hard to see with that camera angle like that, man. Figure out who was in front of them. Maybe I get a Gordon Carter look at that. In the back of his machine. And again, 3 wide right there. Really hard to do. See where Bardelli Jr., what he was looking at here. This is out of Bardelli Jr.'s machine. It looked like that 22 might have come up a little bit. Steve Pierce might have had a good look at that as well. A little bit back here, it looked like. Through the turn here, and these guys just arguing for the same real estate. That's simply what they're doing. Here with Dalton Williamson, and up on the outside, comes down here, and then, oh, man, trying to get under Pavlov. And that 3 wide, and that got a little rough. So we go back here to live. All right, here another battle off pit lane. Second caution flag, like about every 10 laps or so. And looks like Arthur Vieta beating Benner Silva out. What a good battle there. And Palumbo has moved up to P4. Now, Givaldo out here leading the lap here in the 68 car. Jesus Iglesias on pit lane here, taking some service still. So he's had a pretty substantial amount of contact, and it took a little bit on pit lane. And Givaldo, I think, is probably going to come down pit lane this time. Hey, it's Ritsky Novar coming in here and chatting with us. I need to. I had a disastrous start of the broadcast tonight. I forgot that I left the. Normally what I do is I open up the broadcast and I capture the link for the chat so I can paste it in OBS, and that way I see the chat up on the screen. And I forgot to close out that window, and I was capturing the audio for that. It took me a while to figure out where that window was. You know, one thing is for sure, when things go wrong with the broadcast, there's only one person to blame, and that is this guy, who has two thumbs and pointing right back to me. So I think Givaldo is probably going to come down pit lane here, but that's going to give the race lead back to Artur Vieira. You know, Givaldo had a pretty decent qualification run. He's been fast here lately and looking to maybe move up the championship ladder here in the final race. Right now, Givaldo is 6th in points coming into tonight's race, and he actually is tied for 5th with Gordon Carter. So a good battle there between he and the 56 car. Probably a little out of reach to Dennis Yudichin. He's at 30 points ahead, or 40 points ahead in P4. But wow, I mean, I'll tell you, P5, P6. Whoa, so Givaldo is going to be coming down pit lane. And that's going to give the race lead back to Artur Vieira. Green flag pit stops. That's what we're looking for. Green flag pit stops. Now, Bernard Silva starts on the outside line. Remember, the outside's pretty fast. You see Dana Grover going to start in P4 up on the outside line. Ed Palumbo starts in the second position, in third, I should say, on the inside line. Now, these guys have been given a little bit of a pep talk here on taking it easy. Get some green flag laps here. We're on our second caution flag, 20 laps. Claudio Bardelli Jr. will start in 6th. See that row 3 outside. Tony Furtado will be here in P5 in the 9th position. So get ready to go back green as the pace car indicating it's coming off the track this time by. The pace car's off. Here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green. Silva gets a good jump there, but Ed Palumbo right behind him pushing that NASCAR PR sponsor machine. And Palumbo in the 54. Tony Furtado. Look at those Camaros up front. Bardelli Jr., the top Ford. He is running in the 4th position. Take a look at Bardelli Jr. now. Good a run there for him as looks like Ed Palumbo vying for the race lead into 54. And Palumbo into 54. Oh, 3 wide here. A little bit early to go 3 wide. Looked like they were going to go 3 wide. Bardelli Jr. wanted to get around. He's vying for a championship, but it's a little bit early right now. You don't want to poke the bear. Is Ed Palumbo. Oh, there was contact. Contact there. Ed Palumbo got a little squirrely. And that allows Vieira to inch ahead, but Palumbo now at 54 goes up to the high side. Bardelli Jr. changes his line, goes down to the bottom line. These guys are getting crazy right now. Gotta give yourself some room here at Michigan. It is very, very easy to get this car into somebody else. Got 3 wide situations. Guys got jockeying around. Taking different lines into the corners. And Artur Vieira now has Bardelli Jr. Those 2 guys vying for the points championship. Bernard Silva in this mix as well. Vieira on the outside. He's got Ed Palumbo just behind him, and that train of cars on the inside. Now inching ahead. You see what you can do, though. On the outside, you really get a good run through the corners. Take a look at Steve Pierce here at the 51. Captain Morgan sponsor machine. Hails for the great state of Texas. Right now running in the 13th position. And a quiet night here for Steve. He got a little bit of a lucky situation there where he missed that crash. He was able to avoid any damage. So Captain Morgan sponsor machine trying to climb up the grid. And he's got Dalton Williamson just behind him in P14. Valdo Spindola now mixing it up here. Take a look here. Oh, Vieira gets into the outside. Vieira got into the outside wall. A little bit too high there going late in that corner. And he got into the outside wall. And Dana Grover trying to inch through. Bernard Silva, the new race leader. And they are, man, I tell you what, you need a can opener to get in there. A can opener to get in that spot. These guys are racing their guts out. It's so hard to pass here. You got to take some risky moves. Silva got a good, Artur Vieira got a good run here, inching ahead. And a little bit of a breakaway led by Bernard Silva. Bardelli Jr. is second. Vieira third. Palumbo is in fourth. Tony Furtado in P5. Take a look at Stanislav Pavlov here in the 62. Gordon Carter just below. Denis Judichin just ahead in that 47 car. And Pavlov could not hold it down. Almost got up into the 56. Scrubbing off a little speed. That gives Marizon an opening. Dana Grover up here. He's trying to make some moves now. Horrible camera angles, man. Dana Grover diving down to the inside to see if he can't get this Toyota. He's the top Toyota in the field. Back up to the race lead. Side by side down the backstretch. Judichin now using his outside line to climb up there. Furtado in the 9, the Valvoline-sponsored Ford. Camaro. Chevy Camaro is running in the fifth position. Gordon Carter is in the 56. Having a battle with Dana Grover, who's on the inside line in that 89 car. I'm going to change for the race lead here. It looked like Bardelli Jr. and Artur Vieira both get by Bernard Silva. Silva led some laps, but Bardelli Jr. got by. Pick up that spot, and now we're going back to live as Bernard Silva's been able to reclaim that spot, I believe. So Bernard Silva back to the race lead. Artur Vieira is in second. Bardelli Jr. in third. Man, this could come down to the last lap between these two guys. There's 6 points separate these guys coming into tonight. Or 7 points. I should take that back. 7 points separate the two guys. We'll take a look at this pass for the race lead. As Bernard Silva says, I will not be denied. And that 5 car back to the lead as he gets around Artur Vieira. Vieira says, not so fast, man. Not so fast. He's not going to let it get away. Stanislav Pavlov and Givaldo Spindler here battling. Pavlov on the inside as horrible camera angles. He gets up there in the outside and, smashes into the 68. He just drifted up a little bit, smashed into that 68 car. We're going to battle again for the race lead. Look at this. Artur Vieira to the outside of Bernard Silva. Artur Vieira using some muscle there to get around the 5. And is the 19 going to follow him through? And it does look like it. So Bernard Silva going to give up some spots here as Ed Palumbo trying to work his way through as well. Furtado as well trying to work their way through. So Bernard Silva on the inside, and he might have some damage. Not any word right now what's happened to Bernard Silva. Let's take a look and see if we can't find him. We're going back here and look at a replay. This is that pass that he made on Vieira. Got a little bit loose there, drifted up. Got a little bit loose when he touched the apron. And that allowed Vieira to get by. And also Bardelli Jr. And it looks like the 24 gets by, the 54 and the 9 both get by. So Bernard Silva now tucks in the 5th position. And he's got Dennis Hutchin breathing down his neck. Take a look at Dalton Williamson up on the outside line in that 1X. The 24, Sean Jacobs on the inside. Good battle here. Dalton trying to prove to these guys, hey, man, I've been out of rFactor 2 for a while, but I can still get this car around the track. And Williamson makes the pass on Sean Jacobs, moves up to P10. Jacobs back to the 11th position. Take a look at Jesus Iglesias. Since that crash earlier, he has really not been quite as fast as he was at the beginning of the race. The 22 trying to work his way back up into the top 10, currently running in the 12th spot. Dana Grover and Craig. Oh, Dana Grover into the back of the 56 car. Dana Grover got into the 56. And Craig Marizon, one of our Michigan drivers, dived down to the inside. And he is battling now, trying to get around the 56, but it looks like the 89 has got to gather back up. And Marizon's going to lose that spot. And it looks like Dalton Williamson is going to get by. And now Marizon on the inside by himself. Wow. We get a battle here with Dana Grover and Gordon Carter. Grover on the inside, Gordon Carter on the outside line. Look at this, Dennis Hutchin. He is in a hornet's nest right now. Yudichin in the 47. Great racing here. Everybody holding their line pretty well. And side-by-side racing. That's what we see here at Michigan when the camera angles will cooperate. Definitely got to be a reworking of some cameras. As it looks like the 89, it looks like he wanted to squeeze up to the high side and couldn't do it as Gordon Carter using the outside line. Go back up here to our race leaders. These guys nose to tail now, trying to run away from this pack. As long as those guys behind start racing side by side, these guys are going to be able to run away. Sean Jacobs off the pace here. Not sure what's going on with Sean Jacobs. Maybe coming down pit lane. Yeah, it does look like it. So pit stop's underway. Pit stop's underway in the 19. As it looks like Vieira's coming down pit lane. Arthur Vieira on pit lane is Bardelli Jr., our new race leader. So pit stops underway. And this is what we wanted to see. Green flag pit stops. And Arthur Vieira on pit lane as Claudio Bardelli Jr. is leading. He wants to get those most laps led. 54 Ed Palumbo in this mix. Actually, it looks like now Jesus Iglesias is going to take the race lead. As Palumbo and Bardelli Jr. on pit lane. Jesus Iglesias now the leader. So Bardelli Jr. is on pit lane. Ed Palumbo on pit lane. Silva, Pavlov, Yudichin, a whole string of drivers on pit lane. And it looks like Palumbo is going to have a little bit better pit stop and gets off pit lane a little bit ahead of the 19. So Iglesias continuing the lead. He wants to see a caution flag, doesn't he? He wants to see that caution flag, and I think he's going to be coming down pit lane here really, really soon. And it does look like the 22 peeling off the track to come down pit lane. And I think that's going to give the race lead to Ed Palumbo when it's all shaken out here. Sean Jacobs pitted early, and he ran out of gas, so he had to coast into his pit stall, and he has lost a ton of position. He's back to the 10th spot. Kind of out there by himself right now. Ed Palumbo had a great pit stop, but he has got the 4 of Arthur Vieira vying for a championship. And you see those guys have closed back in, so now you got Vieira, Bardelli Jr., and Silva all running here with the 54. In a long time since the 54 been in victory lane. He's been sort of a part-time racer here as of late. Dalton Williamson out of the race, speeding on pit lane. I think he just decided to retire his machine. Now, it looked like we had some issues here on pit lane. Let's take a look at this replay. An 89 gets into the 60 and spins him. Whoa! What is going on there? Let's take a look. These guys are too wide. They're supposed to be actually single file here, but it looked like the 89 and the 60 get together. And look at that. Oh, my gosh. The 60. He said, don't you know this is my home track, bro? And that'll light your candle. As we had a fast car there, he had some trouble on pit lane. Now sees himself back in the 12th position. Dana Grover in that incident, running in P8. Wow. Little trouble. Take a look at Givaldo Espindola now climbing up to the 13th position as Jesus maybe was on pit lane. Jesus, the 22. Remember, he stayed out quite a bit. Now have to come back down pit lane, it looks like. The 4-car breakaway. Ed Palumbo, Archer Vieira, Claudio Bardelli Jr., Ben Silva, the top 4. Dennis Schuderchin running in the 5th position, leading that second group. And these guys are a little less organized and one less car. And the 56 just behind Dennis Schuderchin. Dennis running in the 5th position. Gordon Carter in 6th. Tony Furtado running in the 7th position. Take a look at two angles there of Ed Palumbo. Not exactly what I was looking to do, but Ed Palumbo seems to have a pretty fast car here. Now Jesus Iglesias, who's one lap down, is on the back side of these guys. He just went down a lap, and he's now making it, a 5-car string, 5-car pack, as these guys pick up even more speed now. You see Iglesias on the back side of that pack. And Ed Palumbo, the leader of that pack. We're past halfway. Good green flag run here tonight. First one of the night. Green flag pit stops done. And Ed Palumbo on top right now, but Archer Vieira just there behind him in that 4-car. Take a look at Tony Furtado. He's running in the 7th position in the 9-car. Let's get the camera angle on him to cooperate. Just to give you an idea, there's a certain number of cameras that are around the track, and they've got to do some work, I think, on the straightaway cameras, so you get a little bit better view of some of the cars coming through. You're trying to look at a battle, not the best view right there. Basically one camera angle all the way down the straightaway. So we're Tony Furtado in the 9. Indy is running in the 7th position. Gordon Carter just ahead in the 56. Dana Grover, after pit stops, he had that little incident on pit lane, finds himself back in the 8th position with Sean Jacobs, who has caught up to the 89 car. And those guys trying to work together to maybe close in on another group. Oh, Sean Jacobs up into the outside wall. Sean Jacobs got up into the outside wall. That thing drifted way up the track. Did you see that? That thing drifted way up the track there. Let's take a look at what happened to Sean Jacobs. And this thing just kept sailing up the track and smacks the outside wall right there. He does a good job of hanging on to the thing. Wow. And just as I mentioned he was going to be working with Dana Grover, we got that incident there. And we got a battle here as that happened behind. We got a battle up here for position. And the 9 getting around the 47. Gordon Carter got around the 47 as well, so interesting. This guy's going through the wall there. That happens when I don't update it. We'll take a look at that pass again as the Gordon Carter machine gets by, and then Tony Furtado follows him through. These guys did have a little bit of a warpage, didn't they? The 54, Ed Palumbo continuing to lead as Arthur Vieira running into second position. Now, those guys have broken away a little bit from Bardelli Jr. Not too far. I think Bardelli Jr. is still in the draft. Benner Silva running in P4. On board here with Benner Silva. Looking ahead at the 19 car. Silva a little bit different line into the corner, trying to get a little run here off. He's diving down to the inside, gives him a little room coming off so he doesn't drift up into the wall, and out of the throttle just a little bit as he closes in on the back of the 19. And then don't forget, we got Jesus Iglesias, who is a lap down in the 14th position, running behind in that Camaro. Brand new paint scheme there for him. Another one of those masterful Franco Alvarez creations. Take a look at Givaldo Spindola. He is wanting a caution flag, man. He is the last car on the lead lap, and he wants a caution flag here in this 68 because those guys are starting to close in on him. You look out of the back. You can't really see him right yet, but maybe once we go straightaway. It's a little bit, they're halfway through that turn, so he has got about a straightaway on these guys. Not quite, maybe 2/3 to 3/4 of a straightaway on these guys. And he is still on the lead lap. The last car on the lead lap right now. Craig Marizon, that trouble on pit lane, finds himself back in the 12th position. Remember, he got spun around on pit lane. He and Dana Grover got together. And we're hearing that pit stops may be soon. So more green flag pit stops here coming soon. Sean Jacobs indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time. So Sean Jacobs, Dana Grover, I believe, had indicated he had got a couple laps left, but here we go. Sean Jacobs, a lot of speed there, baby. Whoa! He gets it wound up. So Sean Jacobs on pit lane. Ed Palumbo indicating he's our race leader, but he's indicating he's going to come down pit lane this time by. Out front may be a little worse fuel mileage. So Ed Palumbo jumped to the race lead early in this run, and that may have cost him some fuel. As you see the 54 coming down pit lane. And Arthur Vieira will now be our race leader. Is Ed Palumbo making a pit stop? Wow. Did he get caught speeding? I don't know. Take a look at Ed Palumbo on pit lane. Vieira down to the inside. I suggest that Vieira is probably going to come down pit lane. And maybe so. It does look like the 4 car on pit lane. Giving up the race lead. That's going to give the race lead to Bardelli Jr. Palumbo back out on track. A little bit different. And he's going to go a lap down, it looks like. A little bit different strategy out of these guys. Now, here's what's going to happen here. Ed Palumbo is going to come out here. Is going to be by himself, pretty much. These guys are working in a pack. And they'll pit. And when they come back out, they'll actually be ahead of Ed Palumbo because they're working in a pack, and right now he has nobody to help him. So Bardelli Jr. is going to pit this time by, I believe. This coming after crosses the start-finish line, indicating they're making a pit stop. They have to signal a lap ahead. And Palumbo now in 7th. Pitted a little bit earlier than these guys. Bardelli Jr., Silva, and Jesus Iglesias. Now, Iglesias wants to stay out. Wants these guys to come down pit lane so he can get his lap back. He's third in line right here. He's a lap down. He's going to stay out. And if there is a problem, somebody brings out a caution flag, which can happen here pretty easily, especially during pit sequence. You see Bardelli Jr. and Silva, both good, clean entry into pit lane. But if a caution flag comes out, he is back on the lead lap. Well, he's back on the lead lap now, but now he's indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. So Bardelli Jr. and Silva both on pit lane, and we'll see where this shakes out here as far as Ed Palumbo. Palumbo out there by himself as Bardelli might end up actually proving me wrong here. As now he's coming across the start-finish line. Silva and Bardelli Jr. having a fight off pit lane. It looks like Silva's going to inch ahead. And Palumbo does get around. So what the hell do I know what I'm talking about? No, I don't. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Palumbo now in P2. As Artur Vieira is our leader. So Vieira's lead is about 2 seconds on Ed Palumbo. Take a look at this. Steve Pierce picking up a position as Jesus has had to come down pit lane now. And Steve Pierce now in P12. Maybe going to crack the top 10 here before it's over. He is the last car on the lead lap. He's going to try to maintain that position to keep from losing a lap. Bernard Silva has gotten around Bardelli Jr. Remember, he got around him on pit lane, and he is now running in the third position. So right there, Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in fourth. And let's see if those guys are able to close in on that front two. Palumbo is about 2 seconds back as you see those guys getting around Iglesias. About 2 seconds back to the leader in second. Silva is about 3.5 to 4 seconds back. Bardelli Jr. right there on his tail, running in the fourth position. Gordon Carter, good top 5 run here for Gordy. He is running in P5 in the 56. Just behind him, Tony Furtado also having a pretty good night. These guys got out of this huge pack. I know it gets a little more boring for them, but out of this big pack and jostling around, it gets a little bit more safer, and you get these green flag runs going. And that's what we see out of these guys. So the 56 and the 9 running in P5, P6, respectively. Dana Grover, a little bit of a commotion on pit lane. And now finds himself in the 7th position. That tracks VR number 89 Toyota. Just behind him is Sean Jacobs. Dennis Yuderchin in this mix in the 47. Take a look at Dennis Yuderchin.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow flag. We have a yellow flag. And Marizon has come around. think Marizon has made her around here. Let's take a look at this pass here. Just before that, Benner Silva and Claudio Bardelli Jr. with the help of Jesus Iglesias caught up to the 54. So, wow. So that pass happened, and then let's take a look and see what happened to Marizon. Looks like he just got loose. The cart, oh man, he keeps it out of the wall. And is everybody going to get by? Oh, he touched the apron right there. He touched the apron is what happened. Take a look here. Maybe, he touched the apron. That is a big time issue there, man. It really breaks the back of that car loose, and you see him, he does a great job of staying off the wall. My heavens, man. In front of Steve Pearson's machine, you see right there touching the apron, breaks the back end of the car loose. Steve Pearson wisely goes. That was great reaction time there for Steve Pearce. And again, watch this, man. Steve Pearce just makes a move. Look at this. He just goes to the high side. He sees that. You see him drifting up. He sees that white smoke. And then gets around. What a move there for Steve. On board here, you see touching that apron. Trying to save it. It cannot save it. So going back to live. Single car caution flag. Now, that tightens everybody back up. You got to think that some of these guys are going to come down pit lane. Yeah, he touched the apron. Take a look at Stanislav Pavlov here as he is running in the 10th position. Maybe trying to save a little gas there. You see that? Saving a little gas. I'm on to him. All right, pit stops underway, boys and girls. Vieira on pit lane, the crew on pit lane here. So these are the race leaders. And, wow, Gordon Carter. Maybe a little strategy by 56. Maybe just did a two-tire stop. Now, the benefactor in this caution flag was, or is, Jesus Barbecue Iglesias. So he ends up back on the lead lap. How about that? That's what he wanted. He wanted to see that. That breathes a little bit of life back into him here as far as the race goes. So Jesus Iglesias in the 22 back on the lead lap in that Camaro. Right now, Dana Grover shown as our race leader here in the 89. So some of these guys are really pitted quite late in that pit sequence, may decide to stay out. We'll see. Sean Jacobs coming down pit lane. Iglesias, of course, coming down pit lane. Now, Givaldo is at the tail end of the lead lap. Givaldo, he is the leader of this line, and he's going to take the wave around. See Givaldo there. Sean Jacobs making a pit stop and finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. You see Givaldo. Now, Givaldo is going to take the wave around. This could be a risky move here. He's hoping for a quickie caution flag so he can get back, get down pit lane, get some fresh tires. Could be a quite interesting move. You know he's going to be on older tires. Dana Grover is the leader. A little bit older tires for this 89 car. So he pitted quite late in that sequence and may be gambling a little bit here. So they may be really, really close on fuel. Now, Grover is coming down pit lane. So he got some laps led, and you are seeing some guys coming down pit lane here. Udichin, Furtado, Jacobs, of course, Iglesias and Marizon on pit lane. And it looks like Bardelli Jr. will be our leader. Now, Givaldo's taking the wave around. Probably a pretty good move for him. Gordon Carter running in second. So he's going to start on the outside line here. Ben Silva will start in third. Vieira starts fourth. Palumbo fifth. Stanislav Pavlov starts in the sixth position. All right, here we go. Getting ready to go back green. Pace car's off. Start lap 73. We are winding it down, baby. Here we go. Now, the intensity is going to pick up. There is no doubt about that. Silva all over the back of Bardelli Jr.'s car. You see Vieira on the outside line. Don't forget the 19 and the 4. Bardelli Jr. and Arthur Vieira are vying for a championship, and it could come down to the last lap. There's going to have to be a little separation in the two of those guys. I mean, the guy running in P2, which is Vieira, I believe. I should know this, huh? Yeah, he's 7 points back, so he's going to need a little separation between he and Bardelli. So there's going to be a couple things that need to work in his favor. And Bardelli Jr. is leading. Silva second. Palumbo third, Carter fourth. Vieira is in fifth. And Vieira knows that. I mean, he knows where he needs to be. And he's going to need a little help. He's going to need some of these guys to be able to get around Claudio Bardelli Jr. Steve Pierce down to the inside, battling the 62. Steve Pierce, that Captain Morgan sponsor machine. See Dennis Udichin as well in the 47. And Steve Pierce on that bottom side as those guys are going to team up and get around. As Sean Jenkins now poking that 24 car up on the outside line. I'll tell you what, look who just took the race lead. Arthur Vieira. Tony Furtado in this mix as well. Tony Furtado looking pretty solid here. Furtado in the 9 car. He's to the inside. He got to get around Arthur Vieira. He has got to run. Needs a little help. As Vieira inches back ahead, but Bardelli Jr. all over the back of him. Ben R. Silva could be a spoiler here tonight.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag. A yellow flag. Oh, Dana Grover into the wall. Dana Grover got in the wall, but it looked like Steve Pierce came around. Wow. Grover in the outside wall. And that car hit hard. But Steve Pierce may have come around here. And it might have been some contact with he and Grover. We'll take a look. Steve Pierce on the outside. Oh, Udichin right there. Steve Pierce coming down and maybe getting into a horrible camera angle. See what I mean? It's a terrible camera angle. And Pierce hit hard. Pierce absolutely destroyed that car. And we'll see if we can't get a look out of the back of Udichin's machine here. Right there was some contact. And Pierce into the wall. He might have lost the hood. It's a terrible camera angle. It really is. A lack of a camera angle. See, Udichin gets in the outside wall. And I think Pierce was trying to avoid Udichin. And those guys get together. And, man, what a hard lick. Udichin had a heck of a hard lick as well. Man, he hit hard. Got in front of Jesus Iglesias' machine. And Iglesias inadvertently gets into the 89, just trying to avoid all this stuff. Steve Pierce out of the race, looks like. So the 9 is our race leader, and that's Tony Furtado. And guess what? We're not worried about if guys can make it now. You might see some guys come down pit lane. Well, actually, these guys can save fuel, and they might be able to be all right. I think they were about 1 lap or 2 laps shy, depending on how early they pitted in that pit sequence. So you may see guys be able to make it now. Furtado out down there hugging that white line like he's going to come down pit lane, and he isn't. Nobody's falling for that, Tony. Nobody's falling for that one. Nobody's falling for that one. I want to say thank you for coming in and watching the race here tonight on the YouTube channel, or whether it be live or on replay. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit the bell. You'll get updates when races are going live here at TurnLeftTV. Thanks to all my subscribers, all the people who come in and watch the races and join in the chat sessions, and the people that share these videos with all their friends and encourage more people to come out and watch. I really appreciate it. Never thought in a million years I'd have this many subscribers, and always looking to gain more, of course. That's the goal here. I provide you some good material and bump up some more subscribers. I need to retire. So Tony Furtado in the 9. Is the leader. This would be a big win for him. Now, what lane will Tony Furtado choose here? Listen, we're now looking at what, maybe 10 to go here. Once we get going back green, this is all take. There's no give anymore. I mean, that's it. There's no take or no give here. It is all take from now on. Less than 10 to go, and I am betting, throwing a couple bucks in on the idea that there probably will be another caution flag, as aggressive as I think these guys are going to be. Pietro going to start in the second position. Bardelli Jr. third. Silva fourth. Palumbo fifth. And sixth place is Gordon Carter. Well, big caution flag. Big wreck there. Pierce out of the race. Ton of damage there for him. And he was having a pretty good race. And, he and Udichin and Grover got together. And Udichin came down pit lane to, looks like, get some repairs done. So he's now one lap down. Ten laps to go. If we go back green, we'll have 9 to go. And they are, looks like Furtado has taken that outside line. Remember, Vieira and Bardelli Jr. are vying for a championship. Bardelli Jr. has a 7-point lead over Arthur Vieira. And this literally could come down to the last lap. All right, here we go. Oh, boy. Turn it up. Turn it up a notch. Here we go.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green. Bardelli Jr. got a good jump. He and Vieira got a good jump on that restart. Furtado on the outside line. And it's like Silva might have got into the back of him a little bit. Vieira to the race lead. Furtado to the outside. He's going to leave the door open there for Silva. Oh, there's contact.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And they're spinning. Oh, no. Furtado and Silva got together. Oh, boy. As Arthur Vieira the leader. Let's take a look here. It's 3 wide here. So there's contact right there between Silva and the 24. And then up the track into the back of the 9. And then that clipped the 60 car. So right here, it looked like Silva goes to the inside. And then, oh, right there. Wow. Into the outside of, or the inside of Furtado. Wanted to look out of the front of Marizan's machine. Right here. Right there coming off, they just argued for the same real estate there. And then up into the 9. Oh, and then hard lick right there. Just arguing for the same real estate. Gordon Carter had a look at this as well. Take a look at Gordon Carter's view. Right there, the 24 and the 5 get together. And then 5 up into. And Gordon, oh, we got some more guys that got caught up in that as well. Gordon might have got caught up in that actually. Yeah, Furtado, he just got turned. He got turned. And you see the Stanislav Pavlov got through there, but got turned as well. Take a look at Pavlov's machine. Yeah, it looked like a contact between the 24 and the 5, and then Pavlov got hit, and he is spinning across the track. And of course, we don't have a camera angle of that because the camera angles here suck. We'll go back to live as Vieira the leader. All right. Well, I knew the intensity was going to go up. Now we got Marizan, Pavlov, Silva, Furtado all on pit lane. So those 4 drivers on pit lane taking service. Some of them have some pretty significant damage there. Silva, pretty significant damage. I think maybe less so for him than what you see out of Marizan, Pavlov, and Furtado. Those guys really, really hard into the wall. Furtado really took a lick into the wall here. So we'll see how that shakes out. Not exactly the way I think Silva wanted to turn out, and Furtado got up front. But now we got Vieira and Bardelli Jr. racing it out. Now, like I said, Vieira's going to need some help because he's 9 or 7 points back. Bardelli Jr. is our points leader. 7-point lead over Vieira. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks Series. The Craftsman Tough Trucks will be in action for race number 5 of the season on Tuesday, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They'll be at Richmond Raceway, 130-lap race. And the broadcaster, yours truly, finished second last week at Phoenix. I don't know about Richmond, man. We'll see. I've had some good races here, but, man, this is a tough one in the trucks, but it should be a lot of fun. Come on out and join us. There's a QR code if you'd like to join us. Come on into our Discord server. Introduce yourself. Let us know what you're interested in. We'll get you set up. Saturday Night Thunder will be in action tomorrow night at 9 p.m., and they'll be at Michigan. That's the Cup Series, a very storied series. 23 years this has been in existence. The Saturday Night Thunder High Octane Racing League style at Michigan tomorrow at 9 p.m. We've got 3 drivers out of the race. Jomar Peixoto, early exit there for him. Dalton Williams in his first race out, he sped down pit lane, decided not to continue, and Steve Pierce got caught up in an accident. Pretty significant hit for him. Vietta's taking the inside line, and that's going to put Bardelli Jr. up on the outside. Again, Vietta is going to need a little help here. He's 7 points back. And he's going to need a little help. A couple positions, I think, that need to separate himself from Bardelli Jr. Get a good start. Hopefully, in his eyes, I think, hopefully Palumbo, maybe Carter, maybe Jacobs get by and leave a little room. Both of those guys have led some laps here. Now, there may be a discrepancy there on who led the most laps. I don't know that. Those guys have been up front all night long, so it could very well be. If I were a guessing man, I would probably say Bardelli Jr.'s led the most laps. So he's going to get some bonus points for that. All right, here we go. Going back to green this time. Yeah, look at that. He's inching ahead there. He's wanting to get a good jump here on Bardelli. Pace car's off. The 4 to the inside. He's got a little help there with the 54 behind him. And here we go. Oh, there might have been some contact. Bardelli squeezing down on Vieira, and Palumbo is going to sneak through. And Palumbo sneaks through. Uh-oh. Gordon Carter to the inside. Arthur Vieira inching ahead. Bardelli Jr. now back to the third position. Gordon Carter down below on the inside, not able to pull off that pass, but Arthur Vieira in the fourth car is our leader. Bardelli Jr. trying to get back up there. He's in a pretty good position here, though. Two laps to go. Vieira the leader. Palumbo is in second. Bardelli Jr. is in third. Sean Jacobs in the fourth position. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Across the start-finish line, we'll have one to go, but you got to be thinking about here. Ed Palumbo will be like, hey, man, I want to win this race. Bardelli Jr. going down to the inside. Bardelli Jr. down to the inside. Sean Jacobs just behind him. Oh, boy. Vieira, good run off the turn. Ed Palumbo to the outside. Bardelli Jr. on the backstretch. He's got three-car draft there. He has to tuck in, though. Arthur Vieira. Is he going to be able to hold on? Ed Palumbo might have gotten into the back of him a little bit. Palumbo to the inside. Palumbo down to the inside. Oh, into a Vieira. Oh. Oh, there's a fire right there. Fire. Oh, my heavens. And Arthur Vieira gets the win. Arthur Vieira gets the win. Bardelli Jr. finishes in second. Wow. What in the world? Too bad I can't go back and look at that. That was a heck of a crash there. Once it finishes the race, it's not letting me go back to replay. Wow, what a finish. As Arthur Vieira got the win. And Claudio Bardelli Jr. is going to win the championship, I believe. As Arthur Vieira gets the win. Wow. Wow, congratulations to Arthur Vieira on getting the win. Wow, what a finish there for him. Pretty amazing, to say the least. And there was contact there at the end of the race. And Arthur Vieira getting a big win. He would not be denied, and I'll tell you, that was an amazing race. You think that Claudio probably won the championship here tonight? Let's take a look at the final results. At least the race results. How about that? Take a look at the session results here as Arthur Vieta gets the win. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finishes second. Ed Palumbo third. Sean third across the line sideways. Sean Jenkins finishes fourth. Dana Grover fifth. Good battling back there for Dana Grover. Benner Silva finished in the sixth position. Gordon Carter seventh. Tony Furtado eighth. Dennis Udichin finished in the ninth position. Valdo Spinola finishes in P10. Finishing in the 11th position is Craig Marizon in the 60th. Jesus Iglesias finished 12th. Stanislav Pavlov finished in 13th. Steve Pierce 14th. Dalton Williamson in his first race out with us finished in P15. And Gilmar Peixoto finishes in 16th. Congratulations to Arthur Vieta getting the win here at Michigan. A big, big win there for him. Wow. What a great job for the 4-car. Held on for the win. He had a challenge, that's for sure. Gotta stop playing the same song over again, huh? And we'll give you an update here on the points in just a minute. All right, well, you're lucky because Arthur Vieta snuck out of here as he always does whenever he wins a race, so he doesn't have to answer questions. But you have been a trooper. You have been a great interview, and here you come away with the championship. What was going through your mind on that restart when you got some guys that got jumped ahead of you tonight, Claudio?
Good night. It's closed. I was very tired this race. This race is very complicated, but the draft is very strong in the track. The car is the balance. The car is a problem in the draft. But I try to making. I don't know how to say making in Arthur in the race to finish close, but we got guarantee the championship.
Well, Arthur Vieta is a very solid competitor. He got a lot of championships there, and I think it was just a matter of a coin flip to figure out who was going to win that thing. But you had to feel like you were pretty semi-comfortable knowing that you were only 7 points ahead, and he had to beat you by a couple positions to be able to pull off the championship.
Just 7 points, but the win is more or less 5 points. The difference is a problem, but I try to finish in second or third. I imagine it's a very difficult. But the guys is close in the track. One touch, one pushing is a problem. You you have no drafting in the track is a problem. In the last lap it's not very close the edge to pass the back the car. But I did it again. Whoa. one more time.
Well, another championship for you, and it really is a testament to your ability to be able to get the car back up front. You have adversity through the race. You've got things you had to overcome, some hurdles that you have to overcome, but you seem to be able to get that 19 car back up into contention to win a race and then subsequently win a championship. And it really does speak to the strategy, the talent that you have as a race car driver. And it's going to be partying in Sambaville tonight, huh?
Yes, today is a half samba. Play the samba. Two championship. It's a very close, but Arthur is very fast. Franco, Arthur, Sean, Ed is very difficult to win the guys. I'm very happy to win again.
All right, congratulations, and we'll see you next season for maybe another championship run.
Tomorrow, I don't know, but I try again.
Parabéns.
Thank you, obrigado.
That's Claudio Bardelli Jr. joining us up here in the booth for a championship interview, and what a trooper, man. Going to be celebrating tonight, and he'll be right back at it tomorrow in the Saturday Night Thunder, I bet you. I mean, that's just the way this guy is. He loves racing and does a great job. Whenever he comes out, man, he's always in contention to win the race. So congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. on getting a great, great championship. And we'll have a chance here to take a look at the final standings. So Sean was good enough to get us the standings in here. And I know that looks a little ugly here. We'll take a look at here. Claudio Bardelli Jr. wins it by just 2 points. Wow, that is crazy. What a close finish there in the championship. We'll see here. Get this out of the way. Got a lot going on. There we go. Dennis Judichin finishes in 3rd in the championship. Franco Alvarez 4th. Gordon Carter finishes in 5th. Givaldo Espindola finishes in the 6th position in the championship. Just 2 points behind the top 5. Dana Grover finishes in 7th. Sean Jacobs 8th. Jomar Peixoto finishes in 9th. And Julio Galagari finishes in 10th. Surprised I didn't see Julio out here tonight. Here we go to page 2. Gelson Neto leading up that effort there on page number 2. Jesus Iglesias, he was out for a little bit, finishes in 12th position. 13th is John Stanley. Steve Pierce finishes in 14th. Todd Robillard 15th. Ben Silva finishes in the 16th position. Dan Richter finishes in 17th. 18th is Ed Palumbo. Stanislav Pavlov finishes in 19th. Tony Furtado 20th in points. Take a look at page number 3. And so you see some of these guys, a lot of these guys part-time drivers here, and maybe raced earlier in the season. And then there's page number 4. So welcome to Dalton Williamson, by the way, in his first race out. Had a little miscue on pit lane, but nonetheless, he was able to get some good laps in. Said he had a lot of fun, and I think we'll see him next week. So again, congratulations to Claudio Bardelli Jr. for taking home the championship, and Artur Vera for taking home the race win tonight. Really, really incredible race between those guys all night long. Well, we got some more great racing coming up tomorrow. In the Saturday Night Thunder, we will be at Michigan International. Right here, back tomorrow in the Cup Series. Race number 9 of the season, and it's a 90-lap race. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. Thanks so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Always fun to see new subscribers. And smash the bell. You'll get updates when races are going live. What a great season it has been. And we'll be back at it next week. Right here for season number 4, and we'll be at North Wilkesboro. Again, thanks for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. And that's going to do it for me tonight, and I am out of here.